Hello, everyone. Welcome to AttractWell Office Hours. I'm Coach Ashley. We are joined today by founders Greg and Amanda Kilwine. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hello,
Ashley.
good afternoon.
Hello, everyone.
We'll take a couple of minutes and have you guys go ahead and come in. Let us know where you're coming in from in the world as you are hopping onto our call today. We're really excited. This is our very first office hours session that we're broadcasting. So this is a monumental occasion. We're excited to have you here. And today we are going to be going over some training. I've got some slides for you. We'll do some walking through the AttractWell system as well. And then at the end of the call also, and this is just for the sake of the recording being expedient for people looking for answers to their questions, I want to dive into a little bit more of what AttractWell is and how we work and what we can do for your business. And we'll take some time at the close of our call to really dig into that for you here today. So I got some questions for you guys. I've also got some walkthroughs, some frameworks that might be of great import to you. If you are on our list, that is attractwell.com/office hours, you will get first access to the things like this PDF I will be sending out to our subscribers today to help guide you through managing your business pipeline. So I am really excited to get into it. So let's go ahead and hop into the training. And then if you have questions, because we do want this to be really a live work session where if there's something you're working on in your business today and you need help, you need perspective, you've got questions about how the software works or how you can use it, I want to encourage you to go ahead and put those into the Q&A box here on our live Zoom so that we can be answering those questions for you. And then of course, if you came here today looking for one-on-one help, add that to the Q&A as well, and we will reserve space at the close of our call to get together. If you want to look over your website, your strategy, whatever it is that you got going on, we are here to help you with that on this and all of our future live calls. We'll be doing this every week on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pop my video off if you guys would as well. And I'm going to share my screen and some slides here just to kind of get the ball rolling, if this will let me do this. There we go. All right, will you guys let me know that you can see this okay?
I can see it, yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So welcome you guys to AttractWell Office Hours. Really excited to be here with you today. We're going to be covering business basics. I want to do really kind of a series on the business basics here because there's so much that you can do to manage and run your business with AttractWell. Are we capable of really sort of high concept and high tech automation and funnels and all of that kind of stuff? We are. But if you're just getting started with us, as the case, I think, with many of us, if you're just getting started, I think it's really important that you understand that some of the unsung heroes of our platform are the things that you really ought to be using every day to keep your business running. So I want to go over what that looks like for you today for your business pipeline, moving from your leads into your new customers and then moving them into success from there. So what we'll go over today first is our training. Then we'll get into some live help and Q&A. And like I mentioned, if you're new to AttractWell, you're not familiar with us or what we do, I want to get into that story here with our founders today and share some more insights into that as well. So stay tuned. Now here, let's talk. I want to meet you guys. All right. We've got the folks who are here on the call today. And of course, for those of you who watch this as a recording, I would love to hear this in the comments as well when we post this on YouTube. I want to know about your business. What kind of business do you have? We have a lot of different types of business owners that use our platform, but generally speaking, what I believe we tend to see most often is that there are coaches, consultants, course creators, and practitioners. That's sort of the main four that I'm aware of, but you may be an agency, maybe a digital agency, a marketing agency. We work beautifully for these types of businesses as well. Tell us in the chat, please, what kind of business do you have? And I'd love to hear as those answers are coming in what those are. Do we have any yet?
Yes, we have a couple that just came in here. So Lynn says, I'm an energy healer and a life coach. And we have someone else who has a network marketing business. Those are the two that have come. Oh, and we have someone else is using AttractWell for her gym.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, all sorts of things. I'm sure there'll be more here that show up, but those are 3 right now.
Excellent. Yeah, we're always excited to learn about more use cases. I mean, the fact is that you could run just about any kind of service or people-focused business using our platform, because at the core of what we have is a contact manager. And then from there, we've got multitudes of ways for you to stay in contact, to serve at a higher level, and to build leverage into how you run your business. And we're going to get into lots and lots of stuff like that on this call and future ones. And again, you guys, if you're here today and you want some help, please go ahead and add those questions to the Q&A. And make sure that you're on our list. If you are, maybe you're a network marketer, that's another very popular use case for our platform, share us with our team. We have free training every week now, starting today, every week, Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you go to attractwell.com/office hours, you will be able to sign up and get notifications for future trainings, as well as get the replays as soon as they come out, along with any of the freebies, tools, done for you resources that are going to be heading your way if you're on this list. So make sure you're on it. All right. So I got another question for you guys, and please, yeah, catch me up if we've got more, what kind of business do you have? But here's the next question I have for you guys. Where do you typically find your leads, or where do they find you? If you're here today, please put this in the chat. The leads for your business, the people who become your customers, your clients, right? Members of your practice, where are these people generally coming from? I would really love to know this so that we can have a better idea as to how we can help you to increase what that looks like for you and your unique business. What are we seeing, guys?
Facebook and live events. Local people for Angie, who has a gym.
Okay.
And then talking to people.
Fantastic. Keep them coming, you guys. All right, now next question. So we know where our leads are coming from. How do you typically keep track of these leads, right? You meet them, or maybe they find you in some capacity, and you need to manage that relationship, because usually when you meet them, they don't necessarily sign up right away, right? So how do you manage that relationship from the point of contact where you meet the lead to the point where they sign on the dotted line, where they take out their card, whatever the mechanism might be for them getting started with you? Leave us a comment. Let me know, where do you keep track, or how do you keep track? Do you use a spreadsheet? Do you keep it all in your head? Is it all in your DMs on social media? Are you using a contact manager? What does this look like for you and your business right now?
We had a couple answers coming in here. Somebody's using had been using an Excel spreadsheet for prospects, and more recently switched to some other app. And someone else actually is using AttractWell, thank you, Lynn, with tags so she can know where she met them. And somebody else says, I'm not organized at all. So we understand. That's what we're here for, to help out with.
Absolutely. And I think you're going to really love what you learn here today, especially if you've got your AttractWell account. So what I want to share with you guys is something that's very simple, a very, very, very simple approach. Now, someone who may be watching this in the future, maybe you find your leads because you're running Facebook ads. Maybe you're giving talks. No matter what the source is for your leads, it is really important for you to know that what we're focusing on today is actually a very, very simple and straightforward approach. So if you are just getting started in your business, or you do not have a large volume traffic strategy, right? Like paid advertising and things like this, this is really going to be the foundational thing that you want to learn first. All right. So the simple approach is not going to be relying heavily on automation. Now, we are capable with AttractWell of heavily automating the nurturing process and the moving people through your pipeline toward a sale, right? Depending on your unique business. This particular training is not going to be teaching that. However, we do have a free course that teaches my one-page funnel blueprint that you guys can get for free if you go to attractwell.com/CFC. If you are interested in building more automation into your pipeline, this is going to be a really, really helpful and useful step-by-step for you. So make sure you grab that. Now, today's approach is going to work best for businesses who are coaches and consultants, who work with clients one-on-one, gyms. This is going to apply to you as well. I definitely think that. People who are offering high ticket or group coaching programs, this is going to work well for you. If you are a network marketer, or the way that you connect with people is through selling socially, right? You're promoting and you're growing and influencing on social media. And then businesses who work on referrals. So think, quite often this is going to be practitioners, healers, that kind of thing. All right. So first, I'm going to walk you through the steps in terms of the concepts of how we manage your pipeline and what it looks like. And then we're going to go over to AttractWell, and I'm going to show you how you can implement these steps and really perform them in a simple, straightforward way every time you are interacting with someone who is a lead or even a client in your business or practice. All right. So I'm going to be sharing workflows with you here. This is going to be one of the things that I send to you via email. So if you're signed up at AttractWell.com/office hours, you are going to get access to this today. And I will put a download link as well in our YouTube description. All right. So let's talk about maintenance of our contacts. Right. And what we're doing here is we are moving our potential customers from the point of contact through the point of getting started, through the point of taking payment, signing an agreement, whatever that beginning is for your business. Okay. Now, in your AttractWell system, at the core of the AttractWell system is a contact manager. Right? We really do work beautifully for people serving businesses, right? And even if this is a business, if you're B2B, right, this works this way too. You're going to have a point of contact in that case. So the first thing that you want to do after you have met someone who is a lead, right? So you are at an event, you are on social media, and you're connecting with people, and your conversation begins with someone who you think could be a great lead for your business. The very first thing you want to do is add this contact to your contact manager in AttractWell. Now, if you are a social seller or a network marketer, one of the great things that you can do, and there's a pretty simple process for this that I believe we have a help article for, you can export from Facebook the names, and not always the contact information, but usually just the names of your friends list, right? If you are using your friends list to connect with leads, you can actually export that list and take that list and import it into your AttractWell. So if you're going to be prospecting your friends list on social, you already have their names in there, and you can be updating their contacts as you go. Just a quick tip. But anyway, you want to be adding your contact first. And when you do, you have the opportunity to apply what's called a tag. And all a tag is a couple of keywords, one or more or many, that you want to apply to your person. So let's just say that you maybe apply a Facebook tag to them if you know them from Facebook, an Instagram tag from Instagram, the name of a live event that you maybe met them at, if that's where you met them, and then maybe even a name if they were a referral from another person or another business. Those would all be tags, as well as tags like prospect or client and things like that, right? So it becomes very easy for you to be able to sort through all of the contacts that you have in your system over time, according to the tags that you apply to them. All right. So when you've got this new lead, you're going to add them as a contact. You're going to apply a couple of tags to them that will help you to remember who they are, where they came from, and so on. You'll then add some notes, right? And you can add your notes, and I'll show you what this looks like in a moment. You can add notes, add the dates for the note, and you could even add a to-do for yourself. So just as you certainly know, it's going to take multiple touches on a potential client before they convert into a sale, right? So that means that you want to make sure you're following up at the right intervals. We have a number of different things that you can do to that end, such as rating your contact or applying a follow-up plan. But really the simplest thing you can do is add a to-do for yourself for a future date, so that our system, when it sends you an email every morning telling you what is on your list today, you'll know that that's the person that you need to reach out to, and you'll see that in your dashboard, right? So on an ongoing basis, as these conversations and appointments perhaps that you have with this lead progress toward you making the offer, you're going to repeat this process of adding new notes based on that conversation or that touch point, and then adding a to-do for yourself to make sure that they're scheduled for another call with you, or just to follow up, touch back, see how they're doing, and keep the conversation going. So you can always know where you are with everyone and always know when you're supposed to take the next action if you're following this very simple system, right? Now, when you have reached the point at which this person is ready to get started with you, it's time to sign them up. Now, once you've done that, no matter what that looks like for you, maybe they have purchased your coaching program from inside your vault. Maybe they have bought something on a page in your AttractWell system. We do process payments in that way. If you're a network marketer, perhaps you've signed them up on your company's enrollment page, or whatever your process may be for getting them started. You can then go and change the tag on your contact. So now they're no longer a lead or a prospect. They are now a client, and maybe a particular type of client or customer. Maybe those will have their own tags. If you have multiple levels of offerings in your business, then you can have tags for those as well. The sky's really the limit there, and you get to decide how that's organized. Of course, when you're getting them started, depending, especially, let's just say if you're a coach, if they've got specific goals that they're aiming for in their work with you, now that you've signed them up, you know that they want to, in the next 90 days, achieve this particular goal. This would be a great thing to be a great opportunity for you to add notes to that contact so that that is there and available for you to reference before your next meeting when you're working together and they're your client, right? So we're always going to be updating the notes on the contact file and changing tags as they move through the pipeline. All right, now let's talk a little bit about onboarding, because this is a really important, albeit fairly brief and straightforward step when you're getting a new client started, no matter what you do. You have the ability inside of your system to build in leverage. Now, none of this is automated. All of this really is just leveraged work. So after you've signed up your new client, I love sending a welcome email that's pre-written that I can just swap some verbiage out on so that I don't have to rewrite the whole thing and fish for the links that I need to share. And, you know, if a link to book with me or whatever that might be, it's really easy to just grab a saved reply, pull that down so that you just modify it slightly, if anything, and you've got your new contact set up or your new client set up with the information they need to get started. Of course, you could add notes to that contact. A follow-up plan is a really cool thing that I'll show you in a moment that you can use in our system that will apply multiple to-dos to you so that you are able to know, you know, I not only need to reach out to them in 48 hours, maybe I also need to reach out to them in 1 week, and then a week after, and a week after, and so on. You can actually set those up and customize those so that you know what you're doing always with each person. Now, after you've gotten someone started and you've sent them the welcome email, maybe there are next steps that you need to follow up on within the next 24 to 48 hours. In this case, you're going to want to follow up with that client and add any notes to them, making sure that they are on track with what you have shared with them. If you have a digital product and this is someone who's purchased something, maybe this is a campaign that's sent to them automatically. But in most cases where you're signing someone up yourself, you're going to want to have this be manual. And then, of course, the first week and beyond, you're following up at those set times. Maybe you've got appointments that you're setting with this client. And at each turn, just like you were in your pipeline before they became your client, you're going to be adding notes to your contact. All right. Now, all pretty simple and straightforward, right? If you have any questions, please make sure you put those in the Q&A so we can make sure that we see them and they don't get lost in the chat. But what I'm going to do now is head over to AttractWell and actually show you guys what it looks like to manage a pipeline from right here. Okay. And feel free, you guys, if there are any questions that you see coming up, just interrupt me.
Sounds good. No questions so far. We do have one person who wants to have their website looked at.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. All right. Let me see if, well, Zoom is not wanting to let me share my browser for some reason. Here it is. Okay, perfect. All right, so when you log in to your AttractWell account, and this will be pretty brief, you guys. When you log into your AttractWell account, you can actually create a contact from right here. You could also go to My Contacts and then hit Create right here. And from there, all you've got to do is put their name in. If you have their email address, maybe there's someone who's on social media, you don't have this yet, that's fine. We'll say they're a prospect at this point. So I don't really have anything else here, but if they're on Facebook, maybe I can add their photo right here so that I can remember them easily when they're in my contact manager, if that's helpful to you. You can add some background information here. So perhaps this is someone I met at a coaching expo in October 2021. I'm going to create the contact and it'll take you straight over to your contact card, which looks like this. Okay. Now, the next step in our pipeline, so this is someone who I met at a coaching expo this month. Since I've just met this person, I do want to go ahead and add a note. And I'm going to do that right here under past actions. I'm going to hit add. I'm going to hit note. And now I'm going to add some notes here. So this is someone who is well, let's just say that she is a acupuncturist who works in, maybe she works with mental health. She is looking for a better way to connect with prospective clients on social, wants to have a chat later this month. Excellent. So I've just met her. I want to put those notes in here, but I wasn't able to nail down a time with her. And so I need to reach out. I know I have a to-do here. So you can actually click add a to-do after this past action if you want it to pop right up. Here, I'm going to go ahead and click add. And now I want to, oops, I did that wrong. All right, so reach out to set a one-on-one appointment. I want to remind myself to do that tomorrow because maybe I'm done working for the day and I'm going to add that to do here. All right, so this is done. And when I come back and I have my conversation with her, and you can actually go back over to the dashboard right here, and you'll actually see the to-do for tomorrow. Let's see here, we'll look at the to-do for tomorrow. This is going to show up tomorrow that I need to reach out and set a one-on-one appointment with this person. So let's just say that I'm going to do that. I'm going to go over to this person. So the to-do is for this contact. I'm going to head over here and I'm going to send her a quick email, right? So I'm going to say, you know, hey, it was great meeting you, et cetera, et cetera. And then I'm going to send this email straight off, of course, if I have her email address, right? If you have text messages set up, we don't have text set up on this specific account. If you have text set up on your AttractWell account, then you would see there's an ability to actually create a text message right here as well on your contacts. So you could shoot them a text if you have their phone number too. So there's that. So let's just say that we have our meeting. So I want to go back and say that we had a meeting. The meeting happened on the 3rd, and she is interested in learning more about something. I'm going to send her PDF about whatever that thing is. I'm going to give myself a to-do. And I'm going to send PDF. I'm going to add that to do. I want to make sure I have that done by tomorrow. Added. Okay. So when it's time to send her that PDF, if that is something that you have in a saved reply, which would be pretty cool. If you drop this in, maybe it has all of the, maybe it has all of the information preloaded. You know, maybe there's a PDF that's in here that's linked already. But just to show you guys real quick, if you want to send a file in an email, all you have to do is head over here to More Rich, click Upload File, pick it from your computer, and then it will populate in here directly. And you can find any of the files that you have uploaded by clicking Manage Files, and clicking any of those will drop them straight into your document. You can change the name of it, whatever it is that you want to do with editing, and then send that mail off. And then of course, after that's done, I can come over here and check off that to do. All right. Now, what if she decides to get started with me? Now it's time to actually change her tag, right? So her tag, I need to leave the page for this, which I didn't actually set up in the beginning. So she would have been a prospect, right? And let me just save that and show you what that looks like. All the tags are going to show up right here. And if you need to change the tag, I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to click off. I'm going to remove prospect, and I'm going to add client and save it. Okay, so that's her getting started, and maybe I want to follow up with her at regular intervals. And maybe if this way that I'm working with her is the way that I might be working with multiple clients, we're talking about an instance here where I can create a single resource and use it for her and for all of my future clients moving forward. And what we do to get that done is we create a follow-up plan. All right, now you can find this under contact settings, or you could go up here and just type in follow-up plan and click here. And so let's just say that I want to create a follow-up plan for new clients. I'm going to create that follow-up plan. And on the very first day, what happened there? There we go. On the very first day, which is day 0, I need to send agreement. On the second day, make sure resources are received. And then a week later, follow up. And then maybe a week after that, follow up, right? And then we can add on and on from there, starting with the day of, 24 hours later, 7 days later, 2 weeks later, and so on. So if I have this done and this is here, when I go back and I find my contact, I'm going to search for her here. Now that she is a client, I want to apply a follow-up plan to her so that I know when to do what, right? Now, to apply a follow-up plan, you will actually go right back over here to edit, the same place that we went to edit her tags. And we're going to scroll down here to add a follow-up plan, and I'm going to select new client follow-up plan here, click save. And now I will know moving forward on these dates exactly what I need to do next. All right, so you can use a follow-up plan in this way, or if you want to go more according to that document that I shared with you in the slides and just kind of play it back and forth and just give yourself a to-do, that works as well. But I do recommend in any case where you're going to be sharing the same information more than once, or following the same workflow or client journey more than once, that you create a saved reply in the case of your sent communications and a follow-up plan in the case of your to-dos. And just real quick, because I haven't shown you guys this, a saved reply, if you type saved reply right here, this is also under your contact settings. Saved replies are just canned responses, and they are an unsung hero of our platform. So you can create a saved reply, and this one is maybe new client onboarding. We'll put a welcome email in here. Then we will we'll share our agreement that she needs to sign and return. Maybe there's other forms, maybe there's a group, whatever it might be. All of that information would go into the body here. This will be sent as an email. You do have the option of sending a saved reply like this as a text if you want, but have all of the links to all of the things that you want to share in here so that it's very easy for you to just click and pop it in, and it populates your email that you want to send out to your client or your prospect, all of the information that you want to be sharing with them moving forward. And that's basically it, guys. You want to manage your pipeline by keeping yourself set up with to-dos for your given client or your prospects so that you're always on top of what's next. So if you want to create, and I think I can hop out of sharing here and definitely take questions as we move forward, but if you want to create something like this for yourself, you want to modify this, then basically what you want to do is say, all right, what is the process that my client goes through in working with me? They fill out an agreement. We set goals together. We meet weekly, and these are the milestones we're looking for. You can start building these internal prompts for yourself that you can apply to your clients so that you can streamline the work and always know what's coming up. I think a lot of what really gives us sort of stress and overwhelm in this type of work is feeling like we're having to juggle and keep everything in a file cabinet in our brain. And you really have the ability to do that and have your AttractWell system support you in keeping that organization out of here and into a place where you can just have a quick glance and know this is what my today is, this is what my tomorrow is, and so on. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to chime in and ask. And it looks like we do have a website review as well. And Angie, I'd be happy to look at that. Let's see. And yeah, do feel free, you guys, if you have any questions or you want to have us look at your work, then let us know. Angie, will you please share your URL in our chat, and we could go look at it together, or you can send it to me privately. I think I know it because I've looked at it before, but let me make sure. That's your email address. Here we go. No, I found it. Okay. Right, it's angiegeorge.com, right? I'm going to bring you out to chat and we can talk through this together. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, so no, it's not angiegeorge.com. I actually have one for Get Oiling, and this is for AttractWell. I think it's Brick House Fitness.
Okay, I'm going to look it up real quick.
I don't know. Yeah, it's all new. So
all good.
Yeah. So what happened? Yeah, so we're sort of like rebranding our small little gym, and I thought, why not go with this? Because I'm already familiar a little bit with it through Get Oiling. And so this is just like very temporary. So if you go to like my page, like I'm creating a page, and that's what I have a question with, because I need to really get this page live.
Okay.
And so here's a few issues that I'm having, and right now I'm focusing on better done than perfect until I get it done. So when looking at this on a cell phone, it's very different, right? So where it says home pricing classes, that when looking at a cell phone is sort of jumbled. So I don't know if there's a better option for that. I don't have anything linked to those yet, but I feel like when people come to this website, they want, few simple things: pricing and schedule. And so I was sort of working on that at 3:30 this morning. And if you can tell, the pictures are not right through Canva. I've got them like they're so anyway, let's see, I've got notes here. So one was that the home pricing classes meet our team. Do you have a better suggestion for that? And then also on the phone, like if you look at this picture on the floor, like where everybody's on their risers, when looking at a phone, the guy on the left is all I see. Is there a way to change that to where, not that I have anything against him, but is there a way to edit that to where when they're looking, because I think most people look at their phones versus a desktop.
Sure. So in this case, there's a couple of options. Number one, you should know, I mean, if you want to format it the way that you like it for a desktop and it just looks really great on a desktop and you want to keep it, you can create a second section and only choose to show your sections on certain devices, right? So if this section is not looking great on mobile, you can take it off of mobile and portrait tablet devices and only show it on laptops and desktops. And then you could have a second section that maybe doesn't have this image in the background, or an image that's maybe got a different resolution size or something like that.
Okay.
that would only show. And so you see where it's grayed out. That means they're not going to show
Right.
up there.
So what I
So
like
then you
maybe-
would block those off from the big devices, so it wouldn't be
Oh,
duplicated.
okay. Okay. That makes sense.
I
So
will
would I
say
do
this though,
all
where
of
you
that?
have a photo background like this,
Yeah.
where there's a wide range of tones from like light to dark, I do recommend in Canva, like take this image into
Okay.
Canva and
Okay.
put a rectangle over it, make it like
Okay.
black,
I
and
can
then
do that. Okay.
slide that transparency
Right.
over so that this
Okay.
white pops a little
Yeah.
more.
Okay. I can do that. The next question was, okay, the tabs were off center. So I didn't know how to fix that or if there was a better option. So this home pricing, all of that. So,
So I would actually
then,
recommend that you set these up as a menu. So they're actually your site menu,
oh, okay. So
right?
site
So
menu.
that
Let me write
would
that down.
actually, so where it says blog and contact me, you could have home, pricing, classes, meet our team, and so
Okay.
on. And those can direct off to pages on your site. And you can
Okay.
do that. Let me see. You can do that right over here under your website menu.
Okay. Okay. Website menu. And let's see, space between membership. Okay, if you scroll down, originally you all had, okay, right, this block right there. There were 3 blocks there, and I deleted one of them. So what would be the best option to just have those 2 blocks there, like the basic membership and the elite membership,
Yeah.
and get it centered?
Yep. So what I do, and Greg, if you want to chime in on this, what I do is basically if I know what the sort of sectioned information is, like I need 4 sections, I need 3, I need 2, I'll go in and I'll find, okay, here's a 3 that I want. Right. I either want it with a header or I don't. But then
Okay.
if you go over to photos, there is a 2 option and a 4
Okay.
option.
Okay.
So what I would do is just this, and then swap out, put this image
Okay.
here, that
Gotcha.
image there, and then just put the text above it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I was trying to get all the questions at one time so I can get this live and then add on later. Because my goal is to eventually have tabs for, supplements and things like that I do offer at the gym through Young Living, right? So, but right now I just need to get this up and live because we had to delete the other one. I need to go back into Canva because if you notice my pictures there had rounded edges and I've done something wrong. So when the background was white, you didn't see that, but I made the background gray this morning and now I see that it doesn't look very good. So, okay. Do you understand website widgets? Because I do not.
No, but Greg does.
Well, if you scroll up, there is a schedule little tab. Let's see, scroll back down a little bit. It's in the middle, right there. It says schedule. Need to make that bigger. And I use a format that does all my billing and everything like that. If I can eventually drop them, that would be great. But it's called Zen Planner, and they sent me a widget. And every time I put that widget in that schedule to link it, it does something funky. And I did email them to try to find out what was going on, but I don't know how to fix it. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's massive.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
some of that
is.
is going to have to go in under settings. There's a, what is it called? Custom HTML tags under
Okay.
advanced. I'll find it. Yeah, maybe it's not on this specific plan that you're on. That's something I can look at after the
Okay.
call here. But yeah, I think it probably has to go into a different spot. That's something like if you email, have you emailed support already, you said?
I did. I emailed them
okay.
this morning, and they're not as great as you guys. So I should get a result here in the next few days. So, I think there was another way to get around it, but they suggested that I use that widget, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. So,
Well, since I'm looking at it, I am a little bit more familiar. We
Okay.
use, it's like, so for instance, one of the things that's on our wish list that we don't have yet is embedded calendar booking for like scheduling for
Okay.
coaches and stuff.
Right.
And
Uh-huh.
and if you can get an inline embed code, you can get an inline embed code, then you should be
code.
able to pop that in right here. Right. So
Okay.
if we do, book a call, this is an example of what that can look like. I have the Calendly embed right here where
Mhm.
it shows up on the
Right.
page. Right. So, and all this was I copied some text from or some code from inside
Mhm.
there. And then basically all I did was go in, as you probably did here, you switch to code view and you paste it in. But for whatever reason, I don't know if this isn't in line or if it works differently, but I would
Yeah, I think
definitely reach
I
out to them.
didn't go there. Like I just went to schedule and then clicked on like update link or whatever, like I always do for tabs, and apparently that wasn't the right thing to do. So,
Hmm.
but anyway, we'll figure that out. So
Yeah, I was
I
just
think
looking at the code. It actually looks like it's incomplete here. There's some errors in it, which is partly
Yeah.
why it's not working. So
okay.
I'll see if I can find your email. If not, yeah, send another one in there. I'm actually finding one that's from you recently here. So
Well, let's see. I think
We
it's
reached out to their
through.
support, I think.
Yeah, I
Right?
reached out to their
Not
support on
us.
It's called
got
Zen
it.
Planner on that, because I
Mhm.
felt like the code they gave me was not correct.
Yeah, it's missing something. It just sort of cuts off in the middle. I was just looking at that. So
Yeah.
could you email the code to support@attractwell.com? I'll keep an eye out for
Yeah,
your email
as soon as
here.
I get it, yeah,
Okay.
I sure will. Let's see.
That we can get that
I
widget installed. But generally, yeah, there's on the advanced tab, there should be a custom HTML tags section, and you can put some of it in there. I think like the script tag. But anyway, that's something I
Okay.
can help you out with support to get
Okay.
that in there.
Thank you. So send that to AttractWell. Okay, I sure will.
Yep.
All right. Well, that definitely gives me enough to work on because I really want to get at least this part live and then just keep adding to it from there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so keep in touch with us for sure. Once you hear back from them, our team is looking forward to work with you on getting all
All
this
right. Well,
figured
I
out. We're excited
appreciate
to
it.
have
Thank
you.
you.
And this is
All right. Thank you.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
excited.
For sure. And for what it's worth, you guys, Angie has a gorgeous site that she's already brilliantly built out on our sister platform, Get Oiling, and this is a really cool project. I haven't seen a gym on AttractWell yet. That's really fun and exciting. So yeah, so let's take a minute. So for those of you who don't know us, I do want to go ahead and make that available here, since this is our very first YouTube video, very first sort of get together here. We do have a good question here that we want to answer for Lynn as well here in just a second. So AttractWell is an all-in-one platform. We are everything that you need to run your coaching, consulting, course creating, network marketing, or other, sort of practice and people-driven business. We have the ability for you to attract the people that you want in your business by blogging and a website that is branded to you. You can convert people into customers and clients for your business using payment forms on pages, private member areas where you can sell courses and coaching programs, and then serve your people at scale, long-term, and keep in touch with your leads, growing your pipeline over time with email marketing, text marketing. This can be broadcasts. This can be automated campaigns, drip campaigns. You can set up full-fledged funnels and automations. There's so many different things. And of course, you saw today, the heart of all of this is a contact manager. You don't have to do all of it to get the benefit for your business. Starting with the thing that you really need the most help and support with is always going to be the best first case. We do have services as well available. If you are looking for someone to hold hands and work with you or even do it for you, we have VA and design services if you're looking for a quick route to completion. So I don't know, like Greg, Amanda, what would you guys like to talk about to sort of share AttractWell? I mean, we do have another platform that you guys started in what, 2014? Is that right?
2015. Yeah.
2015.
Yep.
And we've served thousands of folks on that platform, starting off in network marketing, but then we began to discover over time that there were tons of coaches and practitioners and other types of business owners who knew that they needed the same stuff. And so we have gradually expanded our feature sets and functionalities over time to support where you are all the way to where you really want to be. So really operating at scale. So if you've got a list of 2 or you're just getting started, or you've got a list of 100,000 and you're looking to get the heck off of these platforms that cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, that won't even let you edit code in some cases. It's crazy how much you guys are getting charged sometimes, and how much money you can save when you come over here to us. So I don't know, I could go off into a tangent, but I want to let you guys talk. These are the founders, you guys, Greg and Amanda.
Yeah, hey, I can speak for a moment here. Thanks, Ashley, for teeing that up. Yeah, so as she said, like we got our start in 2015. AttractWell as a brand launched, I think it was 2017, 2018, around there, kind of spun off from our other sister platform. Once we saw, the needs beyond just what we had originally started out with. And so it's grown so much over time. Like at the beginning, it started out as a website. Amanda needed a website for her business, and other people wanted the same thing. So that's kind of how that got started. And then, somebody said, well, I want to send emails, and how about a contact, of course that requires a contact manager. And so one thing led to another. And over the course of these years, there's just this, amazing set of resources and tools that have been built up over here in this system, and designed for, to work together without all the Band-Aids and duct tape. And developers oftentimes have seen a lot of people that need they have their 4 to 7 systems that they're using, and then they have to hire a developer or some programmer or something to make sure it all works together. And then it's just so much headache when really all you want to do is focus on building your, growing your business. So, ditch the tech. And if you need help with any of the setup too, I mean, I'll mention that as well. We have just recently started offering VA and website build services. So if you like what you see, if you don't have time for it, we do have some people on our team who can help out. If you want a custom website built for you, or maybe you just need something done, like every month you need this procedure run or something, we can help it out with VA help, or hop on a call with you to walk you through something, or setting it up if you want to do it yourself. But one of the big appeals of AttractWell is it is something that you can run yourself. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've heard somebody say, well, I hired somebody to build this big complicated system out of these other 5 platforms, but now the only way that I can make even like a simple headline change is I have to contact the developer and wait for them to schedule me in on next Tuesday because I need that little sub headline change because there's a typo in it or something like that. So the nice thing about this is, like, even once it's set up, it's like super simple for you to go in and make those changes. So whether you set it up yourself or have somebody else do it, it's really, really quite straightforward. And our awesome support team is there to help you every step of the way. So yeah, Amanda, anything you want to add to that? I think that's a little bit of the origin there.
Yeah, not really. I mean, just like Greg had said, is that our platform has started out with something that I needed, but has grown into something that that our customers have needed. And so, if you have something that you need in your business, reach out to us and just say, hey, can your system do this? Or giving us ideas, just like, Ashley at one point had said, it's on our wish list, but, so we do have a wish list of items that we are going to be implementing. So if you find out that, hey, you know what, it'd be really great if this platform also was able to do X, we would love to know what your thoughts and ideas are, because, we are a business that loves to see our customers thrive and to see your businesses grow, and we want to give you the tools that you need to do that. So
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that we have is, like Amanda said, it's built because, not because we were like, we're going to come into the market and compete with this company over here. It was literally because the people that we're already serving said, hey, could it do that? But then could it do that? And then it just kept going. So like the wish list created the whole stack here, and it's attracted some pretty incredible people, just heart-centered people serving amazing folks, creative people from all over the world. And we're excited to have you here. You can get started with us for $1 for your first month. We have a number of different kinds of plans based on, what your business needs. If you see a plan and you feel like you need a certain feature, you need a little more of something that's not at that plan, send us an email. We're real people and we treat you like real people. So, our friend who was just on here was sharing, she doesn't really love that other customer service from that other company, but she loves us. She's worked with us for a while. Our team is incredibly dedicated and knowledgeable and ready to help you figure out what's right for you if you're not yet a member of AttractWell. And just to let you know as well and sort of clarify, and there'll probably be a little bit more of this in the future as well. Our first platform is called Get Oiling, and it was built for Young Living brand partners, so network marketers who sell Young Living essential oils. And so from time to time, you will hear Get Oiling come up. And if you are here and you are a Get Oiling customer, know that you don't have to switch to AttractWell. You can use everything that you learned here on these calls to help you grow right where you are with your Young Living serving platform that you have from us with Get Oiling. So if you are, a coach, if you are a course creator, no matter what it is that you do or that you want to do, we want to hear from you, right? So, feel free when you see an email come out from us, hit reply, let us know, like, what are you looking for help with? Because we want to use where you are and what you're looking to do. We want to use those things to power the content that we create. We want this time that we spend every week when we show up here to really be centered around helping you close those gaps and reach those goals in your business. So you can always reach us at contact@attractwell.com. I'm Ashley at attractwell.com. Reach out, you guys, if you're looking for VA services, a custom build, or you just want, to know which plan is right for you. Are you a chiropractor and you want to learn how to use us? Guys, we have tons of chiropractors who use us and growing. There are some great courses that some of our good friends have created that teach you how to use AttractWell for different purposes. So poke around our website, shoot us an email if you have questions, and make sure that you're signed up at AttractWell.com/office hours. And we'll be back here next week at 2 o'clock to do the same thing with more training. We look forward to seeing you then. You guys have a great week.
Thank you. Bye.